Hey friends, Pastor Amy here. I want to start today with a question, and that's this. Who do you belong to? Now, I'm not asking what do you own or what belongs to you, but who do you belong to? And I know that question might land in a number of different ways. You might think of family, or you might think of friendships or communities that you're a part of. Or maybe that question makes you feel a little uncomfortable because often when we talk about belonging in our culture, we're talking about ownership and nobody wants to feel owned. And maybe you are just wondering, what does that even mean? Who do I belong to? What does that question mean? But stick with me because Jesus gives us a way of hearing that question that is actually incredibly freeing. This Sunday, we're wrapping up our counterculture series, and we'll look at a moment in Scripture when a group of people try to trap Jesus with a tricky question about money and taxes. And Jesus responds with a simple line that has echoed for 2,000 years. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God. The interesting thing is, Jesus isn't really talking about taxes. He's talking about identity. A coin at that time had Caesar's image stamped on it. And in the book of Genesis, we learn something important, that we are stamped with God's image. So what does that mean? What does it say about who we are and what we're meant to give and how we're meant to live? This week, we'll explore how identity shapes generosity and how belonging to God frees us to love and give with authenticity, not out of guilt or out of pressure, but because of who we are. Now, this Sunday is also when we'll be consecrating our pledge cards for the coming year, the pledges of our giving for the budget, for the church budget in 26. If you've already turned yours in, thank you. We really appreciate your support. And if you're still praying about it, of course, take the time that you need. You're invited to bring that pledge with you on Sunday as a way of offering yourself and your gifts back to God, whose image you bear. And we will pray over all of the pledges that have been received so far in worship on Sunday. So, if you ever wondered what Jesus really meant by those words, give to Caesar what is Caesar's and give to God what is God's, or if you're longing for a way of living and being in the world that feels more grounded, more intentional, more aligned with God's heart, I hope you'll join us Sunday. We'll be worshiping at 9:30 in person or online. And we'll be talking about a beautiful, freeing truth that is waiting for us. See you then.